Good afternoon, traders. It's Simon at GBPJPY Capital Markets with the weekly review of Aussie dollar, pound yen, euro dollar, and Bitcoin. So this week on the dollar index, as you can see in front of you on the weekly chart, has done nothing yet again. And when you pop down to the daily chart, we're still in this zone. We're doing nothing. Nothing's happening. And unfortunately, most of the pairs we look at are dollar-dominated pairs. We've not got much to read to look at this week. It's a right mess, but we'll still go through it anyway, and I'll show you why and everything else. So firstly, on Aussie dollar, I expected it more of an inside bar last week to move up a little bit maybe, or do something, but it didn't. It kind of, the arrows I've got here are meant to come down a bit more cleaner than this. And the problem you have is this could just be one massive reversal, because on the weekly perspective, this high test or inverted hangman, whatever you want to call it, that could still be rejecting the area. It's on high volume as well, so the fact that it didn't go down any further tells me there's a weak market here now, and a pullback, a move up would be more likely. But at the same time, we're so close to this trend line now. On the weekly perspective, a move down could just creep in, and then we move back up again. And then you got this 775 area in the middle, which does it not respect it, and if it does, is it worth taking a trade? So personally myself, Aussie dollar, I don't like it, in all fairness. And again, this daily, this is a bit of a mess now, really, in all fairness. Pound yen, this is probably the nicest of the trades so far. So the weekly, you got tweezers you have touching this weekly 50 EMA. That's not a break and retest of the 50 EMA. Don't even kid yourself. That is a break and retest. But the volume's picking up, so it shows you that the buyers are really trying to push this up now. They're not succeeding very well. And when you come down to the daily chart, what you do have now is the daily 50 EMA has been tested quite nicely, and also at the same time you got your Fibonacci 382 level just being tested here as well. So you could actually now go, yeah, I like that, it's not too bad. But before we jump the gun, we've got to break out of this zone again, and we've got to do it with decent high volume. Okay guys, so for you to determine that one, on the 4-hour chart here, you actually have this upward sloping trend line. If you break out of this trend line to the downside with high volume on the 4-hour chart, I will say that that's your confirmation for the daily rejection. If that does happen, let's say it happens just here, for example, it'll be something like this. Put your stop above there like that. I know it's crazily high. No one likes these 300 pip stops, but where would you target next? Well, to be quite honest, guys, that you could look at this pattern here and go, we've had a breakdown this whole pattern here, so you'd definitely be looking to at least around about 142.5, something like that. Let's look at the daily. What do you have on the daily? Let's see what levels we got here. Nothing really stands out, guys. You got 140 stands out quite nicely. Just tap that one in there. Little mini double bottom there, a bit of resistance there. But you can definitely say, though, for example, that you look at the Fibonacci extensions we can. So there's a Fibonacci extension, push it 142, go back here, and 142. It's only a 1.8% trade, see guys. That's for a safe stop, of course. If you want a more riskier stop, you could do something like that, like this here. And you got a 2.75% trade, something like that. This key level here of 149 is key on the 4-hour chart, and obviously you got this zone here as well at 148 as well. So if you break out between these two here, you got the whole zone to protect you, and that is what I'd be thinking would be quite nice. So something like that kind of figure I'd be looking for. That's about all I like for this week, by the way. Euro dollar, you'll see why now. Euro dollar, I said last week this wasn't a test to go long off the daily 50. Absolutely right there. Didn't like it. Very messy, very yucky. We've had 5 days of doing nothing now. So again, you got to wait for the dollar to break out, and this is when these trades will start moving properly. I know the volume's picking up now again here, but like I said, there's nothing happening whatsoever. Look at the weekly perspective, nothing happened again here. It's just a mess, simple as that, guys. So If you're scalping, good luck. Not something I would like to do in this market on these conditions here, because it's just too and throwing too tightly at the moment. It is. And then you got Bitcoin. So I'll put on the weekly chart for the moment to give you some perspective here. People are saying that it's a time to buy now, blah blah blah. There's no volume here. This guy's an inside bar, no volume, doesn't do nothing. It's just market breathing, simple as that. This trend line looks like it's been creeping out of now, so it might be this trend line now might be invalid. But look what I'm looking here. You see this doji here, massive volume. Sorry guys. These three candles here, bearish engulfing candle, decent volume, smaller candle, smaller volume, smaller candle, smaller volume again. It's just market breathing, simple as that, guys. And when you look down to the daily chart, what do I see here? I see market breathing, but I don't see no buying pressure there. It's just market going up and down. It's nothing at all. I still think we'll get down to 6850. I still think that, but it's not a good time to sell, nor is it a good time to buy. And that's how I look at it really from now on at the moment. A lot of people talk about the $10,000 mark on the lower time frames. I don't really agree with that at the moment. It's kind of just a little bit, it is a little bit there, but I don't feel this has been the actual breakout it is, because if you look at this trend here now, I'm just going to zoom in for you properly. You got the volumes just dropping off, and although these candles are big, this bullish engulfing candle here is just fake. It's look how low the volume is. It's tiny volume that is. And then it just doesn't look good at all, guys. So for me personally, I'm out of this market for the moment, and I'll wait for the 6850 retest, which I'm pretty sure will still happen. For me to be wrong, obviously you guys like to know when I'm going to be wrong. You're really going to put some proper structure in this chart here, this 4-hour chart, to actually go, yes, you know, you're going to power up. So here you had this left shoulder, head, right shoulder, move back up, and then you've got here, left shoulder, double bottom head there, such, and the right shoulder here. So then it should be powering up now, but again, the volume doesn't present that, so unfortunately that's not what I'm really I'm looking for really. But if I am wrong, it'll definitely have to break above here, trend, and then start going back up again. Okay guys, any questions, give us a shout. If not, speak to you soon.